What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol IBM for International Business Machine. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, I need to let you know they gave us an earnings announcement after the bell today, so let's flip on the extended hour session here and see what's going on with the number. Zooming in just a little bit, what you'll notice is a pleasant surprise. In a sea of red, we're seeing a little bit of green here on a decent earnings announcement, which is kind of contrary to what I thought was going to be the likely scenario, that even good earnings would just kind of be flat given the market conditions, but we have to deal the hand that we're dealt here. So what we're looking at is very likely going to be a gap up for tomorrow's session. Please do keep in mind a lot can happen between now and 9:30, but what we want to know is where the overnight high is. We want to know where the forecasted opening print is, and while we're at it, we may as well mark off today's high of day. So with that kind of in play, let's go ahead and zoom in on the daily. I'll turn this off just to eliminate distractions. It's going to wiggle around a little bit, but just use this framework and adjust the numbers accordingly, as we mentioned, for what is truly going to be the case for 9:30 tomorrow. So whenever you're dealing with a gap, could be up or down. Scenario number one that you're always looking for is the gap and trap, and what that looks like would be if we open here, fail to attract new buyers up and over the overnight high, look for shorts back down through the open to close the gap down here towards today's high at 129.15. Now, because the gap is fairly sizable, maybe we get a half gap fill. Let's quickly just measure where that would be together. So we'll come in from here to the anticipated open, and the 50% mark is around 132.68. Let's throw that on with a regular price level, and then we'll talk in terms of what that might mean. So again, same exact scenario, open, fail, back down through the open here. That's your first target. I would probably look to take off at least half the position there and then monitor for continuation to see if the full gap would fill. The other flip side of this coin, which we can't ignore, is the scenario where it does take out the overnight high. That's of course going to be number two for the gap and go. And what that looks like is something like this. So a bullish pattern gets put in, some sort of ascending triangle, could be a bull pennant on the first 5-minute open or something like that. Basically anything that sets up a breakout up and over the overnight high should take us to the next daily area of resistance, which is going to be coming from here, this prior wick, the pivot high at 142.25. If we scrunch up the chart, I just want to see where we're at in relationship to the all-time high. It's not too far off, and also if you make pretend with me for a second here and extend that to the left, that's going to align very closely with this prior set of highs as well. So I would read into 142 as being a significant area or roadblock rather for IBM as we move into tomorrow's session, if the move is higher in the first place, right? The other thing we could say is just we want to know that the all-time high is here around 146. So given that framework, given the fact that we had a hammer candle that printed on today's session here, respected the 50 SMA, it's just, I mean, in all honesty, it's a nice pullback on that little rally that we've gotten off of this prior almost double bottom. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, right? But this nonetheless is looking decent for a move higher. So IBM definitely on the watch list for tomorrow using this framework to navigate the open. If you enjoyed the video today or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.